7 loop is currently closed.
There is something off about elevators, and once you notice it, it becomes impossible to ignore. You step inside, and immediately everything changes in a way that feels small, but strangely unnatural. The door closes behind you, cutting you off from the outside world, and for a few seconds, you're suspended in a quiet space with people you probably don't even know. And what is strange is that everyone seems to follow the exact same unspoken rule without even talking about them. Nobody turns to face each other, even though that would be the most natural thing to do in any other small room. Instead, everyone faces forward, staring at the door as if something is about to happen, even though nothing ever does. Nobody speaks unless they absolutely have to, and even then, their voice seems quieter, almost like they're trying not to disturb something that isn't even there. And if you really pay attention, it starts to feel less like an elevator and more like a pause in reality. Elevators are one of the only places where people willingly stand in complete silence, doing nothing except waiting to be released. And that waiting is the part that feels the most off. You press a button, and from the moment on, you are no longer in control of anything. You are trusting a hidden system behind the walls to move you vertically through a building without even seeing how it works. You don't see the cables, you don't hear the mechanisms clearly, and you definitely don't question it in the moment. You just stand there and assume that everything is functioning exactly as it should. And somehow, that trust feels completely normal. An elevator is just a sealed box that moves up and down using systems you never actually verify. And yet, you step inside without hesitation. But what makes it even stranger is how the environment itself is designed. The reflections, the lights, the positioning of the buttons, all of it feels intentional in a way that controls how you behave. Reflections give you something to look at so you don't have to look at each other. Soft lighting keeps the space calm so nobody feels the need to speak, and the buttons give you the illusion of control, even though after you press one, you're just waiting like everyone else. It's a system designed to keep everything quiet, predictable, and slightly disconnected. And that is why even a short elevator ride can feel longer than it actually is. There is nothing to distract you except your own awareness of the space. You become aware of how close people are standing. You become aware of how quiet it is. You become aware of every second passing while nothing is happening. And that awareness is what creates the subtle feeling that something is not quite right. It's not fear, and it's not discomfort. It's something in between. A kind of controlled stillness that you don't experience in most other places. And the moment the doors open, everything immediately returns back to normal. People walk out, conversations resume, and the tension disappears like it was never there. But the next time you step into an elevator, you will notice again the silence, the positioning, the way everyone avoids each other without thinking. And once you see clearly, it stops feeling like a normal part of everyday life. It starts to feel like a space where everyone is quietly following rules that nobody ever explained. And somehow, that is what makes elevators feel off.